What's going on, everybody? My
Welcome,
name's
welcome.
Marcus. Welcome back to our Resellers podcast, man. Episode number 5.
I
Hopefully,
have
I
to
got the
cor-
sound down, man.
I have to correct you really quick. I believe it's episode number 6. I
Is it?
think I believe so.
It
I
might be,
look.
man. And I'm all wrong in the title. I'll edit
It's
that
all
later.
it's all good, bro. It's all good. So
Post
welcome to episode
podcast
6.
production. Yeah, welcome to episode 6, guys. Hey, that's why it's a two-man team, man.
That's
Got to keep me
we yeah.
on my toes, man.
We gotta be here to support each other.
Definitely, man.
For
Yeah, it's been a
sure, for
long
sure.
freaking day for me. What's going on, Miss Lachey? She said she'll be
Miss
lurking at the
Lachey
back.
is yo. We
She's a
appreciate the
supporter.
dedication. You know.
Definitely. You supposed to message me on Instagram so I could send you wine money too, but you never did, Miss Lachey.
What's the background for that?
Well, so yesterday, or not yesterday, Tuesday on my live stream, I was saying, what should I do for the 1,000 subscribers? Should I give something away? Or she's like, yeah, you give us some wine, and I was like, all right, then she's like, no, really. I was like, okay, message me on IG, and I got you, man, because she's like true ride or die supporter, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's a video of mine she hasn't watched, so
That's awesome.
I'm with it.
No,
You know what I mean?
I appreciated them dropping some knowledge on me this morning on or not
Right?
this morning this afternoon on my
Yeah.
live
And the listing, yeah,
just giving me some info about some vintage Christmas stuff because
nice.
listen, I'll resell anything that will make me a buck. Like I'm that
Of
type of
course.
reseller for sure, but I have no clue when it comes to vintage Christmas stuff. I know like
Yeah, me neither.
some of like the what's the brand that has glow in the name? It's like
Bro,
glow
you're asking the
something.
wrong guy. What's up, chat? What's he talking about?
Yeah, well, there's like a certain manufacturer of like lawn ornament style
Mhm.
Christmas
Oh, you talking about
decorations.
like the blow modes and stuff like
Glow
that?
mold, that's it. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
I knew that,
Yeah.
but like outside of that, I think Zesty and I picked up a set of vintage, like just simple string lights. I think
Hmm.
from the '70s. They haven't sold, but maybe one day.
How long they been listed?
They've been listed for a while.
Yeah, I just took down a bunch of crap on my eBay store today. Nintendo DS games, Xbox 360 games, um, like some Nintendo DS case, some lights, all golf clubs, and I'm just gonna make my way through my store and take down everything that's not clothing.
Dang
And
man, let me come by and do a bulk buy.
I mean, I could bring it to you next time I come into town.
Okay, yeah.
I'm coming to town tomorrow for my niece's birthday. I'll be in
Okay.
I won't be in St. Louis directly, but I'll be in Barnhart. If you want to like meet halfway between St. Louis and Barnhart, I could just bring it to you and we'll do like I'll
Uh
give you a super low price.
let's link up next weekend or next week and
Okay.
I'll have some stuff for you.
Okay. Sounds good, man.
I mean, well, I don't know if I've ever asked you, but like I think we've briefly talked about it. Do you like deal with any older clothing? Like do you deal
As
with
long as it's
true like
clothing, I'll sell it. As long as it's
yeah,
not like there's certain clothes I don't want to mess with, like kids' clothes, and I don't like selling dresses, but I will, you know what I mean? Or
sure.
like
Well,
suits.
I just meant more along the lines of like vintage clothing, just in general, vintage
Yeah,
clothing.
yeah, I'll sell vintage clothes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Let me say, Gibby, what's going on, Gibby's girls? How you
Give it,
guys
give it.
doing? We got Sandra P. Hey, how's it going? Hi, everyone.
Did we say hi to the selling sniper? I don't know if
No,
I've
that's
seen
my
that
guy,
name.
Daniel. He hasn't been in one of our lives yet.
Oh,
He's
okay. Well, welcome, Daniel.
he's been hit or miss on the scene, man. He's from El Paso. What's going on, my
Oh, right
friend?
on.
Hope,
Right on, right on.
everything's going good for you.
Yes,
Got
yes.
Dana Invest. He had his t-shirt whatnot vintage single stitch auction last night. I did not stay on for the whole thing, bro. How many items did you sell?
Yeah, Dana, that
Uh,
sounds pretty awesome. How many did he
he said somebody talking
advertise how
about me.
many shirts total?
I can't remember. It was probably advertised. I was
Okay.
saying that you need to message me on IG with some PayPal or Cash App info so I can buy you some wine.
And
That's what we were
also
saying. Blow
just
mode.
thanks for being an
A
amazing
supporter.
loyal supporter. Yeah, for real.
Yes, this is true. Not very many of you out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's great supporters, but Miss Lachey's on a whole nother level.
On a whole nother
Misha
level.
Renee.
Yeah.
Misha Renee's another one of those. She's definitely. Like not just for me and my channel, but for everyone. She's a true supporter of the reseller community. What's going on,
Heck
my
yeah.
friend? Nita Jape, what's up? He
What's up,
sold
Nita?
39 in an hour. Wow.
Yeah, but
So damn.
I want to know how
What
many
was your
total though.
yeah, how
That's what I
many
want to
items
know.
did you have listed? Did you sell every one of them? And so for me, my thing is like he had some really nice bangers in there, right? But
Yeah.
if I'm correct and I got this down right, he bought them all at the thrift. He didn't get them like for $1 a piece, like we paid the bins for items. So
Okay,
like
okay.
that's my fear, right? Is I'm gonna go buy a bunch of stuff and then I'm gonna put it on whatnot and I'm gonna lose money on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, totally. Yeah, I mean that could happen. My thing was I was just curious how many they had because it takes a while to accumulate that many
Oh, he just went and
single
balled
stitch
out in a
t-shirt.
day. He got lucky at one spot, I believe.
Okay, okay.
Thanks, Misha. Yeah, so this corn hoodie. Have you seen the corn hoodie yet?
I don't think I've seen the corn
I
hoodie.
got it
I'm
on
intrigued.
standby, man. Like I'm
I'm
just
intrigued.
holding on to it for some reason. It's listed. I
Are you
listed
letting
it
it accrue
today.
more value, Marcus, or are
No,
you just letting the days go by so you can? You're like this hoodie is
no. What? See,
eight
it's
years
listed.
and 36 days old, and it's only gonna gain more value every day.
It's listed, right? But I need to take a photo for the thumbnail because I want to put it in the thumbnail. So I haven't gotten around to that yet. But
Okay.
I listed it today. Can you see that? It's sideways, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I see it.
Freaking
It's
hoodie,
dope.
man. Now it's upside down, but it's a
No,
corn
it's
hoodie,
cool.
right? And some guy from Great Britain tried to buy it from me for $70, but I got it listed for 135, and it had only been listed for like 20 minutes. So I was like, man, I'm gonna not take that offer and see what happens because I prefer to make a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Yeah.
I sold everything but two items. I paid an average of $2 each and sold an average of $8 each. Not huge profit, but fast. That is correct, and I would do that. Those are fair margins for me, right?
Yeah.
$2 into $8. You know, I sell all of it in the same night. I don't. I would do that. You know, you don't have to list anything. You don't have to spend too much time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what the math is on that. Let's see. He sold 39 items.
Well, I
It's a
think just even
average
having,
$8 each.
I think even just
It's
having,
312 bucks
okay.
in an
Yeah.
hour. That's
Yeah.
not bad money
I mean,
at all.
anytime I can make $300 in an hour, I'm pretty happy. You know.
uh Shanisha says Marcus is always too kind but underappreciated and freaking knowledge drops. I'm I'm really not though. Like I'm kind, but I'm learning as I go along, guys. So uh there's probably a lot of people that know a lot more than me. I was
Well,
thinking
and
too.
you have to be humble in that situation,
Right.
especially in the reseller sort of, I mean with anything really, but
Mhm.
more so I see this in reselling. Like you have to be willing to teach people that know less than you and be willing to learn
You
from
gotta
people
be
that know
willing to
more than
learn.
you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
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 so
and
like
nobody's gonna know everything. It's just
exactly.
impossible. It's
Right.
just impossible. So I mean, in a business where knowledge is everything, like
Mhm.
nobody's gonna be the best at X. You know.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, when you do get the best there, then I feel bad for you because then you can't grow anymore.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
you move laterally at that point, right? Like, but
I mean, I
even
guess
then, like
so, but still.
once you move laterally, like you're kind of leaving. Like, okay, like let's say if you're really well versed in selling video games, well, you want to move
Yeah.
laterally into comics. Okay, well, the comic world is
That's a whole nother.
so vast.
Yeah,
Like you could spend another 10 years doing that, and like
that makes
then
sense.
maybe you might be, you know, one of the best, I should say. I mean,
Right.
it's really hard to measure the best at one thing, right? Because we
Yeah.
all come into like luck sometimes, I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Yeah. Definitely.
so
Nisha says she saw Corn in her 20s. I've never seen Corn in concert.
I never have either, and I kind of regret it, but
Yeah,
it is what it
definitely.
is.
Uh,
It is what it
I
is.
listened to Corn a little bit, man, but it was after I got out of high school. I was sleeping, man. You know, like I was like, oh, it's rap music only, nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Then I discovered a lot of great music, and I was like, dude, man, I was tripping, man, not listening to this stuff, just being closed
Bro,
minded.
Corn was like the edgy music that was like me when I was 13, like aggressive and whining, wearing
Yeah,
my Jinkos and my
yeah.
chain wallet, and that was that time. What's
Misha
up, Jay
says she doesn't know
Wonders?
clothes at all. I just start learning clothes, so dude, humble is right. Don't get on
Okay,
yourself.
Marcus
Oh, I'm
is
definitely humble.
Mark. Listen, you have a very very fair amount of knowledge in
I'm learning as
clothes.
I go along, though, bro. Like I look everything up. That's where I get my knowledge from. You know what I'm
Well, and I
saying?
don't think that there's any shame in that, but like you still
Right,
have a good intuition as to what is good, right?
right.
Like
I just pick up what I think looks cool, and you know what I mean, or
yeah,
what I
but
see the kids in the bins wearing, because they're the ones that are setting the trends. So like,
exactly.
I just try to
No,
observe.
I think that is like the one of the most underrated things that you can do,
Right.
not only as a clothes reseller but just a reseller period, is to
Yeah.
look. I've mentioned
Look
this before,
around
but
you.
like pay attention to like incoming and outgoing trends. And I know that like
Yep.
seems like a very easy thing to say, but
Yep.
sometimes it is just as something as little as looking around you
Yep.
and
Definitely.
look on the internet, like look and see like what is trending, just
Look at
even in
TikTok.
certain
That's where
circles. Yeah,
everything's on TikTok.
TikTok. I mean, like if you're trying to go
Instagram too.
after a certain niche, like go on forums, go watch
Yep.
YouTube channels, watch X. Like
Yep.
there's a plethora of information out there,
Right. Right.
and it's right at your fingertips, and usually for free.
Yeah.
Usually,
And that's the good thing about being a reseller in this day and age, because you got social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everything like that, where everyone, puts the knowledge out there for you to be able to access it. So that's where I learned
yeah,
a lot of my information from, was straight from YouTube. What's going on,
yeah.
Jay Wonders?
Do you ever think that like you wouldn't be a reseller if it wasn't for YouTube?
No, I
Because
definitely wouldn't be, because
I definitely,
I
I
googled
wouldn't.
how to make money, and YouTube popped up with reselling.
That's crazy that like that's how you got there. I mean, I love
Right.
that you did get there because of that.
Yep.
Um, but like for me, it was just like mine spawned from watching video game channels, like video
Yeah.
game collecting channels, and then for whatever reason, like video game resellers are just so I guess it was at the boom of video game reselling, so
Yeah.
the two worlds kind of cross paths.
Collided. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it sort of it just pulled me towards this reselling thing, and my goal was to never like resell video games as like the only thing that I did, but
Right.
like to make money to fund my collection, like that's what its original purpose was.
Right. Definitely. What's going on, Kristen? Great. Great video. It's always nice to see the collabs from the other person's perspective. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Yeah. Even though
yes,
we was all there, we all had different points of view.
yes.
Different vantage points always is a different. It's a great approach.
I haven't. I'm gonna watch it either tonight or tomorrow. But I hope there's not too much footage of me failing at playing volleyball or like hitting the ball. It's not even playing volleyball. It was like hitting the ball back
Just
and
setting
forth.
back in the hitting
You
the ball
know,
back and forth. Yeah.
I wasn't in my element.
No.
I wasn't feeling my volleyball groove. I guess so.
I assume that the boost in subscribers is from her channel, because after she put out that video, I gained like 15 subscribers,
Heck
like
yeah,
16 maybe. Yeah, so
heck
I
yeah.
assume it's from her. I don't know. I don't know where it's from if it ain't.
Hey
It
man,
makes you
the
say, did I
algorithm
age
too.
myself? I'm 40. I'm not too far behind you, Misha. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. He's right, and why Marcus is going to keep being successful. Yeah. I'm definitely just going to keep grinding regardless. I processed to list 50 clothing items on eBay today, and it took like 4 hours. Still got to list them. Oh man, that sucks. 50,
Man,
50 in 4 hours is quite a long time, man. But I think
does Dana do the same thing you do now? Is he taking pictures and then doing
I'm not sure,
the
honestly.
Yeah, Dana,
Hannah,
let
how
us
do
know.
you
I'm
list? Do you
curious.
do you take all your photos and then list immediately, or how do you do yours? Because I'll take mine on the phone, upload them to the computer, and then list straight from the computer. I used to do it from my phone, one listing at a time, start to finish, and it would take a long time. But Now I just bash the processes together.
Yeah, I'm glad you kind of got into the nitty gritty of that because I feel
Yeah.
like, you know, like the time that it takes you to take consecutive photos probably
Hmm.
seems faster
Yeah.
because you're just in the zone, you're in the
Yeah.
workflow of just taking photos, and then you're kind of switching gears into a different workflow of like making the listings, so it might seem faster, but I think
Hmm.
you've done your due diligence in like making sure that that process is actually faster,
So yeah, I
right?
actually timed each process with a stopwatch, and I'm getting faster at doing it this way because I was fairly fast at doing it on one listing straight through on my phone because I was
Yeah.
still selling similar off my own listings, which is
Yeah.
the cheat code. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Because I don't
sure.
have to recorrect. I don't have to correct anyone's, you know, item specifics that are wrong. You know, because the clothing
Yep.
category has the most item specifics out of any category. You know what I mean? So
Right,
a
right.
lot of people don't know what it is, or they'll make something up, which hurts your listing. So I
Sure.
just list off of my listings where I know what I'm talking about, or at least I know what I think I'm talking about. So then I have an optimized listing in my opinion. And
Right.
so I time myself doing my processes, and I was about a half an hour faster on the computer than I was doing it on my phone. But as I keep doing it that way, I'm getting a little bit faster, whether it's a couple minutes a
Yeah.
week or five. Man, I thought I turned that down, man.
Well, I think it's
New phone, who
significant.
this?
Like that's a significant amount of time. 30 minutes, like if it was like 10 minutes, you could maybe
Yeah,
attribute that to like, you had to do a little bit more research on this item to figure out exactly what it was or,
right.
or something of that nature. Like, where it would eat up a little bit more time, but 30 minutes
Mhm.
is super significant. Like
Yeah.
that's
Because if you could
that's
do that
crazy.
consistently over time, man, you'll save yourself a lot of time, or you could just either add more listings to the day.
Well, you could either
Mm.
add more listings, you could source more things, you could do more social media, you could do X, you could do Y. I mean,
Right.
like,
Let me get
it could
caught up on
be.
this chat, man. I'm getting real
Oh
behind.
yeah, we are falling behind on chat.
Kristen said I do market research at the mall. I look at the window displays and tags. Well, that's a good way to do it too, but that also doesn't keep us up with vintage trends either, though. But I guess that's
Yeah.
neither here nor there.
Well,
Commonwealth,
I think it is important. Sorry to cut you off. I think it is
I'm
important
good.
though to keep in mind that like we are in a vintage resurgence right now. So,
Yeah.
you
But
know.
and at the same time, they're making new clothes to look like old clothes too.
Right.
So because
Right.
vintage is so popular right now,
Yep.
uh, in my opinion, Kevin Commonwealth is a good one to follow business model on YouTube, TikTok, resale, etc. Yeah, Commonwealth Picker was one of the biggest YouTube channels I was watching when I first got started, and I learned a lot from him. He's also the one I learned from putting flat rate envelope, not flat rate envelopes, but flat rate boxes inside of a poly bag. But I did that on a YouTube video, and I got so much hate from people in the comment section
Why?
because it's illegal. Because you're not
Okay.
supposed to do that,
Okay, come on now. Like
right? But still, I
here's what
even
I
said big disclaimer: do not do this. I said
yo,
it's frowned upon, but someone's like, it's definitely not frowned upon. It's illegal, and you shouldn't do that.
that is absolute nonsense. Like
Yeah.
like come on, y'all. You can't
So I just start
the
buying
purpose
boxes.
of putting it in a poly bag is so they don't see what the box
Right,
is.
right.
Like you
Yeah, man, I
guys,
got a lot of shade. I
come
had
on.
people on my side about it, but the person that did it, man, I'm like she was following my channel and like a supporter up until that moment, and she's like, I've been reselling for 20 years. You're not supposed to do it. I'm like, whoa, Kim,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah. Chill
Yeah,
out.
it's not that
It's funny
serious.
story about that though because with the recent change in UPS for
Mhm.
items over a certain length,
Right.
because they have to hand sort them,
Mhm.
they're now charging an absorbent amount over the
Man,
standard
super high.
mailing tube size.
Yeah.
And I think we might have talked about this last time. But either way, for longer golf clubs, I combine two mailing tubes
Yeah. I
together
think that was
and
the
make it
general
longer,
practice. Yeah.
so of course the USPS price is astronomical. So I'm like,
15
okay,
extra dollars. Yeah.
yeah, Yeah, so I'm like, I'm gonna send this UPS, and of
Mhm.
course, you like every company frowns upon like using the competition's boxes, like
Yeah.
whatever. So I just basically took two giant poly mailers, put it on each end of the tube, covered up
Nice.
any part that said USPS, and made
Yeah.
sure the label was visible and sent it. And I've done that multiple times now, and it's completely fine. Like,
Yeah.
don't let people tell you can't put a poly bag over a freaking box, dude. The
See,
point
I,
is to
and
cover the box.
at my UPS, they'll send it out, but they always told me it messes up the machines on the conveyor belt when you put a bag in a box in a bag like this. Just so you know. And I was like, well, are you going to take packages? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, then that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Because as
Huh.
long as you're going to accept it and it's scanned in, I don't really care what happens to it because it's covered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean, are you absolutely explicitly not supposed to send anything in a poly bag via UPS? Is that the
They
thing?
didn't say that. They didn't say that
Okay.
you're not supposed to. They just said that they would prefer that we didn't. But if no one,
Okay.
that's the only place I've ever done it at that anyone's told me that. So if they ain't
Yeah.
told you that, then I wouldn't put too much stock in it. This is a private, like this isn't a company. This is a franchise one where they own this one. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
these people
Okay.
probably don't know real like UPS policy
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, they
company
don't know
does.
what's actually happening in the sorting room. So,
Right.
okay, we need to catch up on chat. We're
Okay.
so far
Misha
behind right
said
now.
my start was my grandpa selling random stuff at the flea market growing up. Nice.
That's
That's a way to
awesome.
learn stuff.
Yeah, that's
You're
awesome.
right. It was so fun to see everyone's perspective. Love it. Yep, yep, for sure.
For sure.
Photo all on phone in a big batch, draft on the laptop, then add photos from the phone. Why don't you just because you just leave them on the phone and you draft them that way, or is it not quicker to do it all at one time from the computer? Hey Hillary, hey all, sorry I'm late. Was busy taking photos. No
Hey, we're
problem.
proud of
That's
you.
kind
We're
of what I'm
proud.
talking about.
We're proud of you for taking photos, making those listings.
Definitely. OMG, that was me. Sorry, Marcus. That was not you. It was not you at all. I know who it was.
Marcus remembers. He was
I
like, I
know
felt
exactly
so
who it
attacked.
was.
I felt so attacked. I remember the name vividly.
No, man, because I had just started following the lady and she had just started following me. You know what I mean? And then she want to get all extra and stuff. Yeah, Misha, it wasn't you definitely. Marcus, that person is confused to be honest. Most definitely.
But
Harry
yeah, no.
Humstone, what's going on, bro? Hey fellas.
What up, Harry?
Uh
I like your thumbnail, by the way.
Danny
Harry.
Pickle Resellers. What's going on, brother?
Yo, yo, yo.
Harry. Everyone's saying hi to Harry. Yeah,
Pickwall resellers, you guys are sometimes on Cincinnati Pickers channel. Is that correct? Pickwall resellers?
I don't know if I've ever seen him on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's him. Yeah, that's where I found
Yeah.
him at.
Right on.
Yep.
Cool,
And then
cool,
we
cool.
got my guy Landon here. He's from the Facebook group with Tech and Sports and Daily Refinement. That's my guy.
Okay.
Finally
Okay.
caught me a live one. Congrats on 1K. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. For real, for real.
I'm just waiting for
That's
Marcus
good,
to kiss his biceps
man.
in victory.
I haven't
My
even for
guy.
real, man. I
My
ain't even been able to hit
guy.
the gym like I want to though, man. So not even much to flex on right now, for real, man. Just thankful for real. That's about
Hey
it.
man. Hey man. I
John
love
and
it.
I will and deal back and forth. Yeah, so one of my first things with Danny was seeing John go over there and buy like $4,000 worth of video game stuff like that. And then like I don't know, a couple months later he bought like $2,000 in all snapback vintage hats. And I was like, man, I wish I'd have had that deal right there, man, because that
I
was a
know.
great buyout for real.
Yeah, like pulling at my nostalgic heartstrings there for sure.
Right, man. I got
You
some
know.
I didn't show you. I showed it on the chat the other night, but I got some vintage Rams hats.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The
I've
ones here
sold
with
some
tags.
I got lucky and got some dead stock Super Bowl Super Bowl hats that
Yeah.
didn't say St. Louis on them. So
What did they say on them? The Los
it
Angeles
just
Rams?
no, it was
Oh,
when they were in St. Louis. When they
oh,
won in
okay.
2001, right? 2001? Yeah. 2001.
Yeah, I think so,
And
man. I was
right,
16, that's all
I
I
don't know
know.
why I'm drawing such a blank. But anyway, it was nice because like a person that lives in St. Louis, it didn't have a city, so like it
Right.
just kind of
So
appealed to
either place could wear them.
exactly and
Yeah,
not
that
feel
makes
like
sense.
they're sort of betraying the other or
Right,
whatever.
right.
I
Danny
mean,
says I get those all the time. What, vintage hats? Because I'd sure like to buy some in bulk from you, buddy.
oh,
For
dude,
sure.
Piqua, I just sold, I just sold a few
Find
vintage
me a
Cardinals
vintage
hats.
Cardinals.
They were
Yeah,
they
man.
were starter too.
I got this one right here. It's not even Cardinals. It's Ozzie Smith's weekend. I
I
mean, it's
like
kind
it
of
though.
Cardinals. Yeah,
No.
I
I
got.
mean, well, I think just because he's such a cornerstone, not only to baseball but
Yeah.
to St. Louis sports, like that should sell pretty easily. I think.
Kristen
What
says, Ray,
happened?
did you see what happened to the Apple you found? That
No,
computer?
I meant to follow up
If,
with
if
you
you haven't
about
watched the
that.
video
I
yet,
haven't watched the
she
video yet,
definitely
but
she
I
put it in
still,
there.
if you want to spoil it now, by all means.
I'll leave that up to
That's
her to determine.
yeah.
Vintage
Vintage Rams
Rams.
where they should have stayed. Freaking LA. Yo, hold
Hey,
on.
hey, we
Okay.
had a good time with them while they was there, though. You know what I mean? So
I'm still salty.
yeah,
I'm still salty. So
dude. You know what I just found out though? Albert Pujols is back in the Cardinals.
yes, you just
I
found that
just
out,
found
huh?
this out. Yeah, I don't
Man, you've been
watch sports,
sleeping,
dog. Like
bro.
I know I'm sleeping. I'm sure. Hey, you got to give me some credit, man. You know,
No, so
at least I can
huge.
find out at the
Well,
end of the season.
Blues in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Pujols coming back to the Cards. Yachty, Molina, and Pujols and Matt Carpenter. Like that's gonna be, oh my gosh,
right.
uh, huge.
Give these girls, you're silly guy. Ask my pastor if he's right. Yeah, my pastor gave me the last sports information on Duke beating or somebody beat Kentucky beating Duke. I don't know, man.
Oh
My
yeah,
pastor's from Kentucky, so he's a Kentucky fanatic. Chi-Town Picker,
gotcha.
wish I wasn't working right now. Hey, catch it later, man. I thought you changed your name to Billsy Bear. Did you change it back or is that just on Instagram? I still have all those shoes for you, Marcus. Yeah, man, I forgot all about that, bro. I'm definitely down to buy those still. Oh snap, Gibby. Drew, what's going on, bro? Hey, I made it to your live and not sliding in at the end. Hey, it's all good, man. Either way it goes, man, as long
Welcome,
as you
Drew.
showed up. This is a live we do every Thursday, Drew. Me and my buddy Nabby are here. Uh, it alternates weeks on my channel to his channel, so make sure you subscribe
Yeah,
to his channel too, so you catch it next week
yeah,
on his channel.
for
Ozzy was a
sure.
beast. Ozzy definitely was a beast, man. The way he hit them backflips at the end of the game too,
The
man. Straight
Wizard, bro.
monster.
The
Yeah,
Wizard. I mean, if your nickname is the Wizard, you're doing some cool stuff. I mean,
right.
you know what
Definitely.
I'm saying?
Imagina says, or I'm a gonna. Okay, I got that.
I'm
No
a gonna.
USPS boxes are not to be used like that. We understand that. We know that they're not
Yeah,
supposed to be.
right.
Yeah.
But
It happens
like
though. I don't do it anymore just because I'm trying to do things the right way and have integrity. And I just buy the boxes or I'll go like pick them up from Dollar General. But it was short, easy when you were getting started trying to save money to just throw a box in a bag. Now I just chuck the money up and buy
I
them
mean,
online.
the only reason I ever put a box in a bag is if it has the original box, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's mainly the times where I'm doing it.
If it's the
Uh
original box and the box condition matters, then I'll throw it in like a poly mailer or like in another box. But I
yeah.
mean, I'm not selling
Well,
anything in a box these days except for shoes.
yeah, and I should clarify, like I'm not just throwing the poly mailer over the original box. That's obviously going to
Right.
get ruined. But
Yeah.
like I mean, if you guys have ever seen my videos where I do my what solds, like
You wrap your
I'm
stuff
a big
very good.
huge fan of using bubble wrap and then also using cut up cardboard. And a lot of the
Cardboard. Yeah.
times I'll
Yeah.
use like an old USPS box,
Yeah.
and if it's a flat rate box, are you like who are you
I
gonna
don't
give
think
me
that
grief over that?
in
Like no,
in
you're
that
not.
in that circumstance, I think it's all good because you're not using a whole box. I think if you're using a piece of a box as fodder or not, what's the word, dunnage? Yeah, I think if you're using it for like a packing supplies, then it's probably all good. But at the end of the day, I'm no expert, so don't quote me.
Yeah,
Brandon
I don't know.
says, hit that
I
thumbs up,
just
help your boy out. Yes, sir.
it's there's just a reason that you put it in a poly. You know, I mean,
Right,
it's
right,
nobody's the wiser then.
right. Ed, the reselling writer. Good afternoon, Marcus. It's not afternoon. It's 7:29, sir. We're not on Cali time.
We're damn
Silly AF. Hey, Kristen.
salty AF, and yes, I am Misha.
Salty AF. Okay, yeah. I
I
can't
have
read
no
now.
problems. Listen, I'm a football fan.
Yeah.
I play fantasy football every year. You know, I try to make it to a KC game every year. I haven't yet. That is
The
like my goal.
the Royals or the Chiefs?
The
Okay,
Chiefs,
I'm about to say
the
who goes
Chiefs.
to the. Let me make sure Jeff from Tornado Alley Collectibles ain't here before I go on the Royals, but they suck.
Listen, if you're living in one of the best baseball towns in America and you're going to
Right.
some other city,
Yeah.
you're doing it
Well, you
wrong,
know,
man.
you said KC, man. I just had to make sure. I do
You're
know
doing it
those two
wrong.
teams there.
Yeah,
Kristen says we never go to ball games, but when the Cardinals are in Denver, we go. I imagine you would,
yeah.
and I would probably go to games more often if I had more free time, being so close to St. Louis. But I probably need to just for the fun of it, man. Gotta live a little bit. Don't
Dude,
forget to hit the like button to make a guaranteed sell. You know it's true, man. You will hear that cha-ching if you hit that thumbs up.
if that was actually a thing, if that was
It works for
actually a
me,
thing.
man. I mean, hey, it works for me. That's all I'm saying. Every time.
No, that would be
Uh,
wild if like somehow the YouTube
the
algorithm was
algorithm and
connected
eBay
with
was
the
linked
eBay
up.
algorithm and
Yeah,
it's somehow recorded
that
like,
would be. Joe Dempsey, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. Uh,
I wanted to say really quick, man, like if we could go to a game together, you could come up, chill at the crib, and then we can take the metro in. Like it makes
yeah,
it so
best
easy,
way to do it,
you
man.
know?
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
down, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll get some little basic seats, man, because
Yeah.
I'm trying to get down.
You can get
I
really
bought
cheap
I
seats.
bought seats that was like 3 rows back, like behind home base. It was like $150 for each ticket. And I had to buy like three of them. But
Yeah.
then the next week I got tickets. It was like off behind third base, and
Yeah.
they were like I say 1 row back behind like the first section. They were like $20. I was like, how did I get? It's equally as close, honestly, but for $20 a piece.
I mean, yeah, people want to be on TV though, behind home plate.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
the
I
thing.
think that makes a difference.
I
Drew,
mean, it
you're
does
in
to some
line. Two
people.
sales so far. Let's go, Misha. That's what I'm talking about. Two
That's
sales.
awesome.
That's because she hit that
That's
thumbs
all.
up
That's because she liked the video and then unliked it and then liked it
and then
again.
liked it again. I wrap some boxes with a poly mailer. See, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't condone or uncondone it. So, girl, Cardinals, yes. Are you Missouri? I'm from KC. Yeah, she's from Illinois. Misha, very
Yep.
close to Missouri. Poly
Polly
mailer
Mailer
covers
was
my
covering
bad
my bad.
Frankenboxing. Facts.
Frankenboxing. I
So
love
true.
that. I
I
love that.
used to like try to get my Franken boxes like perfect condition, you know what I mean? But after a year of doing it, man, as long as it's gonna stick and stay together, man, I don't really care exactly what it looks like.
I
I
mean, I
shipped
get
out.
it though.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I get it though. Like it's not only just to cover some ugliness, but to also act as like that one extra little layer of protection.
Yeah,
You know. So
people be judging. Yeah, yeah, they do. Everybody's got an opinion these days. Exactly, Misha. Boom. Nah, Nelly, I just shipped 60s basketball hoop. OMG, I'll post it on IG when it gets there. LML, LML. How was that? Packing
dude,
a basketball hoop. That's like an odd shape. Did you take it apart to where it was flat?
you would
Because that's
have
got to
to,
go in a
right?
big box. I mean, you
Yeah,
don't
you would
have to,
have to.
but it would
Well,
probably
I mean,
save you a
unless you want
lot
to
of
pay
money.
like $500 in shipping.
Right. I can't even
So
imagine that. That's the type of stuff I'm trying to stay away from, man. Big items like that, man. I'm definitely not, especially with things
yeah,
going up, because it doesn't matter what it is. I'm shipping it UPS now,
yeah.
because I don't feel or USPS because I don't feel like taking more than one trip to go to different places. There's FedEx, there's UPS,
Oh
and
yeah, sure,
USPS, and
sure.
I'm not driving an hour around town going to three different locations just to save $5-6. You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, yeah, you're the way that you're set up. I completely understand that, but I
Right.
have CVS at the basically at the end of my street. I
Right.
also have a USPS that is right next to a UPS store. So
Oh yeah,
like
you're lit.
depending on which way I have to go, like if I
Yeah.
need to go a certain way to go, like let's say I'm going to Costco or something, like
Mhm.
I know that I'm going that way. I'm like, all right, UPS right next to the USPS. Like it's
Right.
it's
See, if
it's
I lived
super
up
nice.
there, like with multiple options and closer proximity, it'd probably be a different
Oh yeah.
story.
So like we have one, two, three, four. I have four
Mhm.
USPS locations, all within a relatively close distance.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, it's
I
yeah.
mean, so
There's
like
never a shortage.
Cape is not a very big town. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
I
right.
guess everything's relatively close to each other. I just would prefer to not spend my time trying to get through the town.
Oh
You know what I mean?
yeah,
When I could just go to one location and get back to work. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Joe
for
said,
sure.
hopefully no backboard. LOL. Yeah, hopefully. Uh, Hillary said, I tried so hard to make my Franken boxes look good for a while. Now I make it a personal challenge to make the UPS guy say, what the F, when he sees my package. You don't do porch pickups, Marcus? I was, but they don't scan them. They don't scan them at my door, so I stopped doing it. Now that I don't live with my girlfriend no more since we broke up, I stay at my mom's house. My mom stays in the hood, like straight hood. You know what I mean? And
Just hood.
I'm definitely not leaving my packages outside because somebody will steal them. Like there's like when you go outside, there's dudes on the front with guns with 30-round clips on them, just hanging out their back pockets. You know, shootings all the time. The whole neighborhood smells like weed. It's straight. It's the hood.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I'm
like
not leaving anything outside.
if you live in an area where you get porch pirated, like, I mean, where Zesty
Yeah.
used to live, and like, what's crazy, this is such a St. Louis thing, but like, it's so block by block, but like, she literally
Mhm.
lived
It is though, dude. Yeah.
one neighborhood over, and like, the porch pirates there were rampant, but like, in
Yeah.
my neighborhood, it's so much different. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but even still, to just be safe,
Mhm.
about porch pirates. I mean, I take all of my, and it gives me an excuse to go outside, because like
Yeah.
I'll be in my basement listing all morning, and like
Mhm.
I want to go like
It gives me
somewhere,
a lunch break too, so I don't
yeah,
mind it.
like exactly, like a little, maybe like go get a little lunch, drop off packages, do errands if I have to do errands that day,
Yeah.
or like, if I, especially if I'm not shooting content that day,
Yeah.
I'm especially like cooped up, so
Yeah. I
that's
get
like
it. Trust me.
that's my one shot to get out.
Yeah. Drew says, I want to ship big stuff if I ever resell. I want to ship ships. Oh, you're tripping. It
No,
costs you all the profit.
no. See, like that's,
Yeah.
oh, I'm totally with you there, Marcus. Like I am slowly just withdrawing from doing bigger
Right.
items.
And I mean,
Even,
it's the time that it takes to pack it up. It's not having the boxes on hand because you never know what type of box you're going to need unless you've
yeah,
been doing it long enough, which I haven't. I never know. Like, I don't think of, oh, well, when I get a cell, I'm going to have to get an 18 by 18 by 18 box for this. And then I'm going to have to cut
right,
it down. I don't think about all that. Just like
yeah,
I sold a pair of Red Wing boots this morning or yesterday, and I had to get a box and cut it down. I wasn't expecting to have to do that because I didn't think about that when I got them. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
But there's certain size, especially those high knee high Red Wing boots, man. You just can't
yeah,
throw them in a USPS box. But
right, right.
yeah,
I mean, once I
Hillary
get
says,
through all the rock band stuff that I have, I mean,
yeah, dude,
granted,
get your
I'll still pick up the guitars,
hmm
especially if they have the detachable neck.
You ain't
Like
gonna
I
get them
don't
drums though.
mind. What's that?
So you ain't gonna pick up them drums though.
No, no, the drums are, we're done. We're done with
Yeah.
drums. No
I
more.
remember when I first met you,
No
man, and I
more.
started watching your content. That's what like you had the biggest issue with like the drums and like the post and the legs and everything. And the
Man.
first time we went thrifting together, you found drums.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I
was
sure did.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
They for a while there they were just attracted to me, but once I get done with
mm,
those, and I
can't
purposely
wait for the
did in the
ship,
back of my
man.
mind, like make sure that I have big enough boxes to ship stuff like that. But after
Hmm.
that, like I am making sure all of my boxes are like broken down neatly, because like I get
Yeah,
all my boxes for free except for my 8x6x4s.
Yeah.
The 8x6x4s are super versatile and they fit hats perfectly. So those are
Do
the
they?
only boxes that I buy.
Where are you
Those are
buying
the
those from?
eBay.
Okay,
I
see, because I
wish.
got the 8x8x8 boxes from eBay because I
Okay.
got some other small boxes and they didn't fit in there without smashing the hat in. So I leveled up
It
to the
also
8 by 8
depends.
by
Like
8.
if it's like a super, like I
If
guess
it's like
big.
one of these, it needs to fit in there without getting crushed because the person that buys this is going to want the brim to be straight still. You know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
that's true for sure. I haven't had any complaints on my hats, but I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if it was like a super large, like fitted hat, maybe, then it would maybe be a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe I will upgrade to the 8x8x8,
Uh
but
oh.
the 8x6x4 has been
Was that the
super versatile.
I got I got glitchy, man. Was it me or you?
No, I, I was talking. You looked fine. I don't know.
Okay, well, as long as everything's okay.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're
Joe
good.
says big stuff can should equal big profits. Just has to be a good profit to effort ratio. That's true,
That's
but
true.
if it takes too much time for me, these days, then I'm probably gonna pass on it. And I'm just niche down, man. Like I'm super focused on um just doing clothes and
Yeah.
shoes and
No,
hats.
I mean it like when you get to that burn and turn model, the clothing
Mhm. Dude,
clothing
I
is
just
it,
reached
man.
1,200 sales in the last 90 days. Drew, I see you shipping those container converted tiny homes. Yeah. uh like full size ships, not toys. Yeah, he's talking about like big, shipping
Yeah.
container ships with the
Yeah.
18 wheelers going. Hey Myra, what's going on? Thanks for showing up. Carla Zona, hi Drew, or hey Drew Strickland. Drew's a celebrity. Yes, Kristen, but for some reason, I feel like if you told someone you ship tiny houses, then they would think those Hobby Lobby doll houses. They probably would. They wouldn't think it was the real deal. Seven by
Yeah.
seven by seven, free at USPS. Yeah, but you can't ship hats in those. They're priority mailboxes, and hats always go first class.
Wait, there's a
Trust
seven by
me.
seven by seven priority? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's big
A
enough to fit a
seven
hat,
by
and it's
seven by
the
seven?
perfect size. It might be seven by
Huh.
six by six.
I'm
But
trying to think
still, though,
now.
it's a
Because
USPS priority mailbox.
I run the 12 by 12 by 8s for
Mhm.
like consoles. Like they fit Wii's perfectly. They fit Gen 1 Genesis,
Yeah.
Gen 2 Genesis, like all the video game stuff that I ship a lot.
Let's look this deal up on online real quick.
But yeah,
Mm.
the 7 by 7 by 7 is free. I mean, if that's the case, Joe, I'm getting some tomorrow cuz I don't like paying for my boxes. I know that it's kind of a little bit trivial. I mean, not trivial, but
Yeah, it's
it's like boxes are not expensive if you buy them in bulk, but still, like I come
this
across
one.
so many free ones.
Priority mail box number 4. But that's
Okay.
what I said though. It's a priority mailbox, and I would only use them for hats.
Well,
So
right.
I
So you're
have
not
them.
and you're shipping them first class.
Yeah, so I
So
can't use
therefore,
that. So and I was
right.
putting it in a I was putting those that's the boxes I was putting in the bags. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be when I sold a hat and I was
I
bagging
see what
them
you're
up.
saying.
So
I see what you're saying.
and I was like, you
But
know what? I'm
still,
gonna
I
just
mean,
buy boxes
again,
from the coupons.
nobody is the wiser. USPS is giving these boxes away for free.
Right.
So like
But they say that the majority of people say, it's no big deal. But then you got people that have been reselling for years and have noticed the USPS prices go up because of reasons like that. So they're like, you're the reason why we got to pay all this money for shipping now. And so, to not aid in the riffraff, I just start buying boxes, man, because I'm really tired of, hearing, both sides of it. You know what I mean? So
I
to
mean,
not,
I could see like that, because they leave the bag loose. Like when I
yeah,
think about wrapping a poly around a bag, I actually tape the poly too. So I guess I
yeah.
should clarify that. Like I usually tape the poly so it doesn't have a bunch of,
Yeah, and I was
you
doing
know.
that too, but I did hear on US or seen on USPS's website they like a little bit of like flap on the bag so they can grab it easier.
Yeah. But
So
either way, I mean, I don't know.
just not real loose and like extra extra.
I
Then
it
say,
definitely
just call me
doesn't
the shipping
attribute,
Jack Sparrow.
I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, and like I said, man, it's to each their own. You know what I mean? everybody can run their business the way they want to. If I didn't get an eBay coupon to buy those eBay boxes, I'd probably still be shipping in a bag. So,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is what it is.
I mean, I've
True.
shipped the little amount of clothing that I've sold. I've shipped
Mhm.
it like, just in a doubled up poly, you
Yeah.
know.
I
Like
get
I'll
the free envelopes from the USPS and ship them in. But
yeah.
the first class items, I buy poly bags for that because it makes no sense to just like go to Dollar Tree to buy those, especially in the amount of clothes that I sell. But
Oh yeah.
everything is either cardboard flat rate envelope or the legal rate flat rate envelope. I barely use padded flat rate envelope, but I probably should because I got a couple returns back, and the envelope was all banged up and holed up and cracked
Oh
and
really?
torn and taped up and stuff. And I know I didn't send it out like that, so
Yeah.
uh, maybe I need to use the plastic bubble mailer, but I I put my clothes in bags anyway, so it's not going to get dirty. But still, I don't want nothing
Right.
happening to like that corn hoodie, for instance. If I ship it out to especially to
Yeah.
Great Britain, like that guy trying to
Oh
buy it,
yeah.
probably get messed up in the process.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here. I mean, you'd probably want to take a little bit extra care to ship something like that
Right.
versus, a $10 hoodie,
Yeah.
like
Well, it's just like that wrestling shirt we found when we thrifted together the first time. That was a
the
first
Rashiki.
class item. Yeah, the Rikishi, that was a first class item, but I bubble wrapped it and then I put it in the plastic padded flat rate envelope and shipped
Yeah.
it for priority anyway. Number one for the insurance because it
Yep.
was a hundred some dollar sell, but as a
Smart.
top rated seller, you get $100 free insurance with USPS priority. So I
Right.
put it in there and to give it extra protection because I didn't want the guy getting upset something happened to his shirt.
Yeah. No,
They,
I
they
think that's totally
think
smart.
they wouldn't think that when they saw the shipping cost. Yeah, $1 zillion. Whoops, 7 by 7 by 6. Okay, still close enough.
Okay.
I use the 7 by 7 by 6 to ship Furbies. They fit perfectly. There's a ton of stuff that fits perfectly in those boxes. It really is. I couldn't live without free boxes either, Joe. Like you should see it when the order comes in because I order flat rate envelopes 500 at a time. So I get two big boxes of flat rate envelopes, and then I'll order the shoe boxes 4 sets at a time, 4 sets of
Yeah.
whatever the max is you can get. So I got
Yeah.
like a big old stack of free supplies.
Heck yeah. I mean, I
It
like
saves me so much money.
I go to the USPS that I mentioned that's by the UPS store, but I go to that one in particular because I know that they're
Mhm.
good about stocking their basically the 1095s and the 1092s that I
Yeah,
use a lot.
yeah,
And they stock the shoe boxes as well.
yeah,
So I'll just go there, like especially if I'm in a pinch, I
yeah,
go there and get all that stuff. But I'll just take whatever. Like they don't care,
yeah.
like
They do the same thing with me, but at the same time, I order them so that way they just come to me before I run out of them because I don't
yeah,
like to have
smart.
to. Oh, I need boxes. I got to run to the
Yeah,
post office. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Carlos
Well, I mean,
says
it's more of like I'm already there sort of thing. Like,
that
and so
I
if
do
they
the
have
same
stock
thing.
out,
Yeah,
like
when I'm there,
I'm
I
just gonna
grab
take
some.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You're already
yeah,
there. Why
but
not?
sometimes I don't have enough out for what I need because I
Oh
grab as
yeah.
much as I can, and I'm like, hey, can you guys just go in the back and give me a stack? You know what I mean? They'll just go in there and give me a big old stack of them.
Bro, yeah, shout out to my local USPS workers that the one that's closest to my house. They're so
Mhm.
nice. They obviously see me 6 days out of the week,
Right,
so we've built a rapport with each other. But yeah, now they just go to the back and they just hand me a stack if they have it, like
that's what's
shrink
up.
wrapped and everything. They're just like, here you
Yeah,
go. Like
I'm
you
trying to
don't
get
even
them to
work.
give me that tape. I've only gotten
What tape?
priority mail tape once.
I don't
Priority
know if
mail
I've
tape.
seen that. I've
You haven't
seen the
seen it?
eBay tape,
Yeah,
but
it's like it's priority
it,
mail tape. You can only use it on priority mail packages.
oh okay, and it's free. I'm
Free.
assuming. Oh
Can't
heck
get it
yeah! I'm
online
gonna
though.
ask them about that.
Danny Invest told me about it.
Okay, I'm gonna holler at them about that. I mean, I pay dirt cheap on my bulk uh tape, but still, I mean,
Yeah,
free tape's free tape. So
right.
like
Carlos
free
says hi to you
anything.
both
You know.
as well. I'm new here. Watched your thrift battle with Rural Squirrel. Now I'm subbed. She's probably one of
Yes.
those 15, 16 subs that popped up. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Dana says those boxes work good for heavy mugs, snow globes, tools, etc., etc. Definitely.
They're very versatile. Very,
Yeah.
very versatile, that size.
Welcome to Carlizona. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for your support. Uh, it's ethical. Sorry, wrote too much.
About what?
Um,
Did
oh
we miss
yeah,
something?
I'm not sure. Maybe about the
Did she get
box and
automodded,
bag.
or
Maybe
I don't know.
I don't know. I have to ship a light up box. Like a light up box. Like what do you mean? Like to take photos in or something, or a box that just lights up? My husband orders a lot from Amazon. I love reusing those boxes. See, the only thing
Exactly.
I order from Amazon right now is a bubble mailer, so my box is flat, and I can't. I mean, I
Yeah.
could, but that's not really a very convenient box for me. Like I can't use them to ship shoes in. I could use to ship like 6 pairs of jeans in, but
Yeah.
I'm just trying to cram those in some type of flat rate.
I mean, I have
They
to say
won't.
that Zesty and I use Amazon. Zesty especially
Yeah,
uses Amazon a lot, and so does so does her family, and then so does my family. So like, I'll go over there every once in a while and be like, "What do you got for me?" And they'll load me
right.
up,
I
and I'll
use
be on my
Amazon
way.
at least 3 times a week, but it's only for work stuff. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure.
Joe says they won't hand out free tape around me anymore, but they used to.
Joe, what'd you do?
Don't cheap buy a box. Yeah, cheap boxes suck. They definitely don't last at all. I learned that from the boxes that I use in my storage unit. I was buying Uline. I can't remember the weight that the first boxes were, but they were like 100 something dollars for 25 boxes. And then the next go round, I bought like a cheaper, same size, just a different make, different provider or whatever. And the boxes are already like they've been used after the first boxes, and they're already getting holes in the side of them. So don't go the cheap
Yeah, I
route.
mean, I think it's a common sense thing to see the integrity of a box, like
Yeah,
especially if it's been used a couple times. Like, use
right.
your brain, people. Like,
Yeah,
you can get away with free boxes,
yeah.
perfectly fine. I've been doing it my entire reselling career, which isn't super long, but still, like,
Right, right.
you or like repair a box, or just be smart. Like,
I, yeah, that's why I just
you don't
use
have.
the free boxes because I can get them in abundance.
Yeah, yeah,
Hillary
absolutely.
says she sells on a couple of platforms, so I just use plain clear tape to avoid any confusion. That's fair, you know what
Smart.
I mean? And I would do the same thing, but when it came down to like priority packages, it made my clear tape last longer when I was using priority tape on there. And it's free, you know what I mean? And since the
Right.
bulk of my packages go out USPS and I'm only shipping something with tape because it's priority, it made perfect sense for me to keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
free tape's
yeah,
free tape.
free tape is free tape. Gino's Fines, what's going on? Gino, appreciate you coming and hanging out.
I love the name Gino, by the way. I don't know why.
Gino's
Just
a G, man.
Gino's a great name.
Yeah. I'm an electrician, Marcus, so yes, the box would have to glow. I, you got me there, man. What else can I say, Drew? For sure, man. Yeah, I got this light box right here. It's for like taking photos of like shoes and just hard goods and stuff like that. I need
Right.
to get it over to my storage unit, but like the light strips that are in there aren't very bright, man. So like even my photos, like my hats and shoes, they'll look like kind of dull, you know what I mean? And I paid $90 for that box, so kind of
Dang.
disappointed. Yeah, kind of disappointed about that, but I
Yeah.
could probably just make one cheaper, like your light box, your setup, your photo setup, way better than this. And you
I
made
mean,
that, you know what I
I
mean?
literally I took the flooring. So like they redid the floors right before I bought my house. So I
Yeah,
just took the old flooring and
yeah,
literally just some drywall screws and like went to town and made it like
yeah.
out of an old desk.
Super,
So, yeah.
super easy, very effective. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. But
I wish I
I
would have
do
done that.
want I want to have a space that is good for clothing. That's the only thing that
Yeah,
mine kind of lacks on is like a
right.
lot of the times the clothing will hit the bottom of it and it'll make a funky angle in the clothing
Mhm.
if it's like especially if it's like a pair of pants, so
Right, that's super
it's
long.
kind of
Yeah, I
it's
get it.
kind of awkward, but I would like to have like a clothing based setup that can also like have like a hard goods attachment so you could
Yeah.
like switch between the two really easily. I think that'd be really neat.
Bought a 12 by 12 by 12 light box 3 years ago for literally less than $3. How'd you do that?
Did you
I
use
don't
like
even
a
is that a thing?
white foam board, not foam board, but like that, like what you would use to do like a a science
Poster
project
board,
back in school. You
poster
know, like
board, like
yeah, post.
cardboard. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. He said a light box. Maybe I don't know, dude. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
feel like
unless
I
you
got
bought it from the
cleaned
thrift,
on
you
mine.
know, bought it
Mine's
from the
super
thrift for three
expensive.
bucks.
That's probably a logical thing, or like a yard sale or something like that. I've sold ring lights on Facebook Marketplace for pretty affordable prices. AliExpress. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. How
AliExpress for sure.
reliable was it though, man? I was looking on AliExpress with a member of the Facebook group that I'm in, and we were looking at G-Shock watches. You could get a whole case of G-Shock Casio watches on AliExpress, but those things, man, they got to be fake, dude, because
Oh
G-Shock
yeah,
is a reputable brand. You know what I mean? And they're like
yeah,
$90 brand new,
yeah.
but you can get a whole case of them for like $1,000. It's
Like
really, really suspicious.
there is a chip shortage, which have made like computer GPUs go up in price, and of course also Raspberry Pis. So like
Yeah.
you can buy knockoff Raspberry Pis on AliExpress, and like yeah, there's a ton of
Isn't
money to
that
be made
legal
if you
though,
can
man?
trick people into buying them. But
I don't feel
like
like that's on the level.
no, it's
Like you
well,
should
well,
probably get your account shut down. Do you think?
yeah. I mean that's sort of the thing, right? Like you could probably
Right.
sell them locally and probably you know get by,
Yeah.
but
So like for me,
it's buying a whole
you
case of
know,
G-Shock watches is the same thing. Like you're asking
it's
for it at
so
that
right,
point.
right. And I bought, the little mini the NESs and the SNESs,
Oh, sure, that's
the
another good
mini ones.
example.
I
Yeah,
bought some of those from AliExpress. I bought like 2 cases of them, like
yeah,
16 or something in total. And I put them on eBay, and I sold like 3 of them instantly, bro. But then like on the fourth one, I got a Vero, and
yeah,
they said that it
yeah,
was counterfeit merchandise, and I couldn't sell them on there. And I'm like, what, man? I see. I copied a listing. I sold similar off of someone else's listing. What do you mean I can't sell them on there? And so I had to take them all down, and I put them on Facebook Marketplace and sold them there. I sold a
yeah,
couple of them in person. Like I sold one to my boss at the time, and I sold two at a yard sale. Uh, but man, at the end, at the end of the day, man, it was just crazy because I didn't know any better. You see something on
yeah,
eBay and you find a comp, so you think it's sellable on there. It turns out it's not.
yeah.
You know,
Well, I
just
know
like
that there is a market for that. I mean, like there is retail arbitrage to be done
right,
at a mass scale, right?
of
Like,
course,
but is it worth it? Like you're always
right.
walking that fine line,
Yep.
and to me, like that's not, I don't know. Plus, I just
He
like
said,
thrifting, so
he said it's just an LED light strip. I thought it was like an actual box,
oh,
like
okay,
a 12 by 12
okay.
by 12 box. Maybe it is, but it's just got an
No, I think
LED
what he's
strip in it.
saying is that there's a all the lighting is just an LED light
Just a,
strip.
that's what this
So
one is.
and like LED light strips are not very much money to make, so that's
Mm.
probably what they did. Yo, Hillary just made a
Ching,
sale.
just a thumbs up and made a sell. I'm telling you,
Yo,
man, it works. Look,
I'm
Kristen talking
sorry.
about some
I'm sorry I doubted her.
raspberry pie, like pie. You eat it, or is it something I'm completely behind on? It's an electronic thing. You plug it in. Remember?
it's it is not like real pi. It is
Yeah,
pi
yeah.
like what the math
It's like a
equation.
processor, right?
Yeah, it's a mini computer, but they have like a ton of different uses.
Right.
So yeah. One of my business ideas before was to
Hmm.
buy a bunch of cases, like the SNES like cases,
Hmm.
um, and then buy a bunch of Raspberry Pis
Right.
off AliExpress, and then make them into like install the software and do the yada 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 to make it a RetroPie, which basically has like
Okay.
500 different retro games on it across multiple
Nice.
systems, and
How
sell
much money would
those.
that have taken to start up, though?
Exactly. Right. It would have been considerable. I mean, at
Hillary
least to
says,
make a
"Don't eat the
decent amount of
raspberry
money.
pie. Don't eat the raspberry. Yeah, it's not edible."
It's not. It's. I mean, it could be if you were really desperate, but
I guess, man. I'm sure there's got to be something lethal in there, right? What do you
probably
think?
enough to
Something
end your
super
misery if you're trying to
right,
eat a circuit board.
right. You ain't hungry
I don't
no
know.
more.
I don't know. I don't know
That's for
though. Yeah.
sure. Yeah, man. So yeah, I guess we're getting to the end of our time here, man.
Yeah,
Raspberry
dude.
Pi are computers invented to give computers to the world. Loved mine for
Yeah.
a few years ago. Loved mine for a few years ago, $35-ish. Got YouTube even running on Linux.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's crazy because like the average price for a Raspberry Pi was like $40, and I sold a used one, a used 4, which is the
Mhm.
latest generation. I sold a used 4 for
Yeah.
115.
That's what's up.
So it it is honestly nutty the price that they're at right now.
Chris,
Flip the
you're
world, what
super
up?
late, bro.
Yeah, you are
Super
late.
late.
You're getting a detention for this, so
Yeah,
I
man.
hope you enjoy it.
No bueno. Uh getting ready to end here, but I do appreciate you coming and hanging out for a few seconds. You know what I mean? Smash that like button,
Yes.
maybe you'll make a sell, bro.
No, you will.
So, yeah.
You
Yeah,
will.
everybody else has been making sales.
You will. You'll follow the trend.
Fashionably late, flip the world. Yeah, it's more than fashionably late. Uh I'm flipping pies from about $65 to buy cost to
Yeah.
$150
Yeah,
resale
they're
right now.
going they're
Yeah,
going
he's
for
buying them
150
from
brand
Amazon and
new.
then selling them on
Well,
Amazon.
no, you have to be lucky or have a bot to buy one basically at
He's
this
been
point. Yeah. So like
he's been doing his thing, man. Was trolling
yeah.
other resellers. My apologies. That's you're so awesome at that, man. For real. Like like and not throwing shade, but like you're very good at that, bro. Trolling ain't easy. It sure ain't, man. You gotta. It takes a lot of work, man. Uh, yeah, man. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself as much as we did. Check it out next week on Ray's channel, Naviar's channel,
Yes.
Good Game Grabs.
Good
The
game
link will
grabs.
be in the bio. I'll have to go and put it in there. I forget to do that beforehand. I gotta go do all this stuff post
It's
production.
all good.
Danny
It's
says
all
he's
good.
got
Yeah,
bots
Dana
behind
said
him.
yeah, you have bot. Yeah, so that therefore, Dana will get alerted when they go on retail
Oh, of
because they
course.
go like that. I mean, they
Yeah.
go in
He's the one
seconds.
behind them all. I just made a
So
sale. I
hey,
just made a sale. Let's see what I sold. Uh Levi's 501s, $26.73.
that is
Great
like the
change.
gold standard sale for
Good chat,
Marcus.
guys. Yep.
Levi
Great Levi's,
501s for
man.
$25.
Right. All right, Joe. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Great
Yeah,
chat,
thank you guys
guys.
for
Good
hanging out
night.
tonight.
Good night, Kristen.
I'm
Good
glad we
night,
got to yell
Hilliard.
about boxes this
Right.
evening. You know.
Bring the pain, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys, man. We'll catch you guys next week on Ray's channel, man. Thanks for all your support. If you're catching this on the replay, smash the subscribe button and the like button. Go over to Ray's channel, do the same thing. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.